Hello, guys. Welcome to the episode number 9 of my podcast, Random Talks, the only podcast where you have no idea what the next topic is going to be about. This is your host, Pablo Esteves, and in today's episode, we are going to talk about religion based discrimination. But as you may already know, this is a very complex topic. So I have brought a guest with me today. Her name is Hicel. How are you doing today, Hicel?
Hi, Pablo. I'm very happy to talk to you about this topic, and your followers can know a little more about it.
Yeah, so in case you don't know, she's the host of the podcast Hummingbird News. So in there, you will find the second part of this podcast. So we're going to divide this topic in two because, like I said, it's a very complex topic. And in this video, we're going to explain to you what religion-based discrimination is. And we're also going to explain to you three very important religions that are Islam, Judaism, and Hinduism. So, like I said, to begin with, I wanted to explain you what religion-based discrimination is. And basically, this is when you're treated differently because of your religion or belief. Or, in the other hand, or the lack of religion or belief. And there are two types of religion or belief discrimination.
So the first one is direct discrimination, and this happens when someone treats your worse than another person in a similar situation because of your religion or belief. For example, discrimination can occur even where both the discriminator and the person being discriminated against hold the same religion or physiological belief.
Yeah, and the second one, indirect discrimination, happens when an organization has a particular policy or a way of working that applies to everybody, but it puts you in a disadvantage because of your religion or belief. Indirect religion or belief discrimination can be permitted only if the organization or employer is able to show that the policy or way of working is necessary for the business to operate. This is known as objective justification. But if they don't provide that justification, they are committing discrimination, religion-based discrimination.
So the first religion is Islam. Islam is the second largest religion in the world after Christianity, with about 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide. And today, the faith is spreading rapidly throughout the world. Although its roots go back further, historians typically date the creation of Islam to the 7th century, making it the youngest of the major world religions. Islam started in Mecca in modern day Saudi Arabia during the time of the Prophet Muhammad's life. So we are going to talk about Muhammad. The Prophet Muhammad, sometimes spelled Muhammad or Muhammad, was born in Mecca in Saudi Arabia in 570. Muslims believe he was the final prophet sent by God to reveal their faith to making. According to Islamic texts and traditions, an angel named Gabriel visited Muhammad in 610 while he was meditating in a cave. The angel ordered Muhammad to recite the words of Allah.
Yes, and those words turned out to be the Quran. The Quran, sometimes spelled as Quran or Quran, is considered the most important holy book among Muslims. And basically, it contains some basic information that is found in the Hebrew Bible, as well as revelation that were given to Muhammad. The text is considered the sacred word of God and supersedes any previous writings. Most Muslims believe that Muhammad's scribes wrote down his words, which became the Quran. The book is written with Allah as the first person, speaking through Gabriel to Muhammad. It contains 114 chapters, which are called surahs. And another interesting thing about this religion is that there are 5 pillars. The first one is Sahara, which translates to declare one's faith in God and believe in Muhammad. The second one, Salat, that is to pray 5 times a day, at dawn, at noon, at the afternoon, at the sunset, and at the evening. The third one is Zakat, which translates to give to those in need. The number 4 is Saum, which is basically the most known one, that is to fast during Ramadan. This is very worldwide known. And the number 5 is the Hajj, that is to make a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once during a person's lifetime, if the person is able to do it.
So, Islam in these days, in recent years, Islam's supposed association with terrorism and mass murder has sparked a political debate in many countries. The controversial term radical Islam has become a well-known label to describe the religion's connection to acts of violence. Recent surveys have found that in countries with high Muslim population, the majority of Muslims have overwhelmingly negative views of terrorist groups like ISIS. While Muslims to clear up misconceptions about their faith, the religion continues to spread rapidly. Today, Islam is the world's fastest growing religion. Except predicts Islam will surpass Christianity as the largest religion by the end of the century.
Okay, yeah, and well, the second religion, as I told you, is Judaism. Judaism is the world's oldest monotheistic religion, dating back nearly 4,000 years ago. Followers of Judaism believe in one God who revealed himself throughout ancient prophets. The history of Judaism is essential to understanding the Jewish faith, which has a rich heritage of laws, culture, and tradition. Some of their beliefs are like Jewish belief there's only one God who has established a covenant or a special agreement with them. Their God communicates to believers through prophets and rewards good deeds while also punishing evil. Most Jews, with the exception of a few groups, believe that their Messiah hasn't come yet, but that it will one day.
Jewish people worship in holy places known as synagogues, and their spiritual leaders are called rabbis. The six-pointed sword of David is the symbol of Judaism. Today, there are about 14 million Jews worldwide. Most of them live in the United States and Israel. Traditionally, a person is considered Jewish if his or her mother is Jewish. They're going to talk about the Torah. The Jewish sacred text is called the Tanakh or the Hebrew Bible. It includes the same books as the Old Testament in the Christian Bible, but they are placed in a slightly different order. The Torah is the first 5 books of the Tanakh, but limits a law of Jews to follow. It is sometimes also referred to as the Pentateuch.
Yeah, another very interesting thing about this religion is their founder. The origins of Jewish faith are explained throughout the Torah. According to the text, God first revealed himself to an Hebrew man named Abraham, who became known as the founder of Judaism. Jews also believe that God made a special covenant with Abraham, and that he and his descendants were chosen people who would create like a great nation. And well, the last thing that I wanted to talk about with this religion was the Holocaust, since we are talking basically about religion-based discrimination. This is like the most infamous of modern day atrocities. It is like the ideological and systematic state-sponsored persecution and mass murder of millions of European Jews, as well as millions of other people that didn't believe on the same thing as them. They were killing Jews just because they believed in this. So I don't know. This is the perfect example of why religion-based discrimination needs to be eradicated. So yeah.
So now we are going to talk about Hinduism. Hinduism is the world's older religion, according to many scholars, with roots and customs dating back more than 4,000 years. Today, with about 900 million followers, Hinduism is the third largest religion behind Christianity and Islam. Roughly 95% of the world's Hinduism live in India. Because the religion has no specific founder, it is different to trace its origins and history. Hinduism is unique in that it is not a singular religion but a compilation of many traditions and philosophies.
Yeah, so some of Hinduism's beliefs are like, for example, Hinduism embraces many religious ideas. For this reason, it's sometimes referred to as like a way of life or like a family of religion instead of one religion. And another thing that is that most forms of Hinduism are enotheistic, which means that they worship a single deity known as Brahman, but they still recognize other gods and goddesses. Followers believe there are multiple paths to reaching their god. Hindus also believe in the doctrines of samsara, the continuous cycle of life, death, and reincarnation. And they also believe in karma, which is like the universal law of cause and effect. One of the key thoughts of Hinduism is Atman, or the belief in soul. This philosophy holds that living creatures have a soul, and they're all part of the Supreme Soul. The goal is to achieve moksha, or salvation, which ends the cycle of rebirths to become part of the Absolute Soul.
It's really interesting. One fundamental principle of the religion is the idea that people's action and thoughts directly determine their current life and future lives. Hindus strive to achieve dharma, which is a code of living that emphasizes good conduct and morality. Hindus revere living creatures and consider the cow a sacred animal. It's a little bit creepy. Food is an important part of life for Hindus. Most don't eat beef or pork, and many are vegetarian. For me, I think it's really difficult because I really love the meat.
Yeah.
And the Hinduism is closely related to other Indian religions, including Buddhism and Jainism.
Yeah, so basically that's it in today's episode. Like I said before, you're going to find part 2 on Hicel's podcast. Remember, it's called Hummingbird News, and in there you will find some other religions. And well, basically, we just wanted to explain to you how these religions work, because we thought and we came up with the idea that this is the best way to fight against religion-based discrimination. I think that if we are explaining just what it means, you will not understand actually something good. I think that most people know what religion-based discrimination is. So we thought that explaining to you how religions actually work and how people who believe in those religions actually live was a better idea. So well, and that's it for today. Like I said, thank you, Hicel, for being here and for sharing this topic with me. I don't know if you have something else to say or to add.
Probably, if you believe in God or not, it's really important to respect the other people, because that is really important in this world.
Yeah, I agree with you. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next one with another random topic. Bye-bye.